So, guys, last time we have been discussed about the differences between a class and an interface, and then we have been discussed with an abstract class. So we have been talked about the differences between these, right? What is a abstract class, what is a class, and what is an interface? And we have been seeing what is the basic differences of a class, abstract class, and then interfaces. Now, to give a quick intro, to quick recap. So in abstract classes, we will be having implemented class. Sorry, we will have the implemented classes and we have unimplemented classes. And here we will have the constructors. And because we do have the implemented classes, right? So that we will be having the constructors also. But we can't create the object because we do have unimplemented methods. The object would be can't created for this one. And here we can call whatever the specific methods, or it is not required to call all the methods. Whatever the methods we wanted, we can call and then we can implement that. And apart from this one, here we have been discussed, right? So in the class, we will have what type of methods we'll have? So we will have the implemented methods. And interface, what we will have?
Unimplemented methods.
And then in the class, can we have the constructor?
Yes, we have the
Yes, we
constructor.
can.
And in interface,
No,
Constructor.
no constructor.
object can be created.
Yes.
And here,
No.
Object.
and can I have specific methods to call?
Yes.
Yes.
And here,
All methods has to
All
call.
methods.
all
All
methods
methods.
to be called.
All methods.
And actually here, one last pointer is, so extends. So now if I wanted to use this particular method,
Keyword.
what the keywords we need to use? I can use the
Extends.
extends. And here,
Extends.
Extends.
Class.
extends plus implements also.
Implementation.
Because a class can extend another class, a class can implement another class. Sorry, another interface.
Interface.
Okay. So now here interfaces,
Implements.
and extends
And
also.
extends.
Both the things it can be used on. Now, before talking about this particular abstract class, now what I wanted to discuss about here, see, these are the things which we have been discussed in the last session. Now, today what we wanted to discuss is, we wanted to discuss from the abstract class, right? Now, going for the abstract class. Now, this is what my ABS class means, abstract. I'm just referring it as ABS, okay? Now, to understand the abstract class, I should understand abstract methods. To understand the abstract methods, we need to understand concrete, okay? Concrete class. Now, what if you wanted to understand a concrete class, you wanted to understand a concrete methods. Don't worry, these are very simple to do this, but just if you are very clear with this one, so that it would be very much easier in doing the implementation pattern. Now go for the concrete method. Concrete method is nothing but the name itself, it is a concrete. So for an example, I will be saying that, hey, we will put concrete road. Concrete road means with a stable road and very strong road, right? Now the same way, concrete method is nothing but we will be having method declaration plus implementation. So now we will be calling as implementation methods, right? This implemented methods. So implemented methods are also called as concrete methods. Concrete methods is nothing but, hey, I'll be defining with a method declaration and I'll be having the implementation of this particular method also. So then this is called a concrete method. Any doubts? This is normal. Now, whatever the normal methods you will be seeing here, so those are the normal methods which we can call this one as your, these normal methods are called as your basic concrete methods. Now, with this particular concrete methods, if I have all the concrete methods in a class, then this is called as a concrete class. Means which is a normal, we will be having in a class, all implemented methods will be there, right? So then that implemented methods class is called as a concrete class. So generally we will refer this one as a concrete class, but this is called as a concrete class. We will be referring it as just class, but this is called as a concrete class. In a concrete class, I'll be having all my implementations. It can create a constructor, it can have an object, and it can call the specific methods, and it can be extended and it can implement the other interfaces. So this is what the basic differences. This is what the concrete class is called as. Now, abstract methods. Now, abstract methods is nothing but we will have the declaration, but we will not have the implementation. So now, which is unimplemented methods we'll call. See, because I'm just referring you the terminologies, because somewhere else if you tell me the differences between a concrete class and abstract class, you shouldn't get confused. So that's the reason I was just giving you these particular clarifications. If I ask someone, ask you, hey, can you tell me what is a concrete method versus an abstract method? It is nothing but implemented versus unimplemented methods. I know only implemented methods, unimplemented methods. I don't know concrete methods. You shouldn't say that, right? So that is the reason I was giving you the differences between this. And abstract methods are nothing but, it is nothing but like, so having the implemented methods, sorry, declaration would be there, and then implementation will be not there. So declaration of a method only, it would be there. So this is called as abstract methods. The next one is abstract class. As we discussed in the abstract class, it can have, abstract class can have implemented methods, unimplemented methods, means which is concrete methods and abstract methods, which is the definition of this one. So just I wanted to know you this particular terminologies. So concrete, abstract classes, abstract methods, and concrete classes, concrete methods. So hope you got the understanding on this. To repeat it again, abstract class consists of implemented methods, unimplemented methods, which is nothing but concrete methods, abstract methods. Whereas concrete classes will have only concrete methods. Concrete methods is nothing but it will have the declaration and the implementation. Whereas abstract methods will have only declaration, there is no implementation, which is called as unimplemented methods or abstract methods. Are we clear on these terminologies?
Yes, sir.
And are we clear with this particular differences between a class, a concrete class, or a class, abstract class, and an interface? Are we clear on this? Any questions? Yes, no?
No, sir.
As of now, no, sir.
Okay. Let's get started. So let's go and see the implementation, how we wanted to do this. Okay. So now going to here, I'll try to close all. I try to create another package. Now the package name is com.demo.abs_demo. So abstract class demo. Okay. I created a package. Now I wanted to create a particular abstract class. Okay. So how I can create that one? So how I need to do the definition of this one is just I can do that directly by creating a class and doing it. Else, okay, first I'll try to give ABS demo. Okay, now here I have my normal, this is normal class bus. If you see here, I'm not creating any abstract class as of now. I'm creating a normal class. I just wanted to have multiple classes in the same class. So let me see how to do this. Okay, so now what I'll try to do a main method. I have a main method and just some normal class. So now in this particular normal class, I'll have say that something as what I'll keep that and I'll say that hey, I am in ABS demo. Okay. Now if I started to execute this, it executes, it gives me that. Simple, I didn't do anything. I just created a normal class, not an abstract class, and a normal main method I have been created. Okay, I'll create some more normal this method also. So one I wanted to do public void. I can say that something course details, some random examples. Okay, I'll keep that SYSO. So now here I can say that boss find the attachment for details. Okay, I have been doing it. So now if I wanted to call this method here, what I need to do, if I wanted to execute this method, what should I do?
Create an object.
I don't know why you guys are thinking for too much, but still that's a non-static method, so that I'm just creating a new, and so here I'll be giving this, and with this particular object I'm trying to call this, what's the method made force. Okay, execute it. Say, hey, I'm in apps demo, and boss, please find the attachment of the details. Okay, so now if you see here, now this is what our concrete, this is a concrete class now. So now this is what my concrete class, right? So because it have, first of all, it have all concrete methods, concrete methods. Okay, concrete methods, and this is what, as it was having the concrete methods, this is a concrete class. Everyone understood? This is very simple. So all these days we're discussing the same thing, nothing big differences we have been
Yes,
seeing
sir.
here. So here we have been created a method. In the main method, I'm just calling that particular non-static method by creating an object. I haven't called it. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to make this one as an abstract class, right? So now how I need to define this one particular abstract class. So abstract, okay, class. Okay, I'll come in this pattern so that it will be easy for you to understand. Now another class I wanted to define over here. The class name is what class I can define? Course structure. This is a class name, right? Course underscore structure. See, you might be confusing. Usually what I need to do, I need to create this class in another class file. So I'll need to go here, right click and do create a new class. I can do it in here, or else we can have in a same class, we can have multiple classes also. But whatever the first class is there, that particular class name will be here. So for your clear understanding, I just wanted to create in the same class. So if I have started to create, I need to create multiple classes. So you may not see that complete things here. So that's the reason I wanted to, for this explanation itself, I was creating it. If you wanted, you can go here and normally create another class, and then you can do this implementation. Okay, so this is called a multiple classes. In the same class, we'll have the multiple classes. Nested classes are different, multiple classes are different. Nested classes means a class inside a class. This is called nested classes. See, this is not a nested classes. So this is multiple classes in the same class file. Okay, no, for just for your explanation, I just wanted to create it. Now here, now what I'll try to do is, this is also public. You can add, there is no problem. Okay, because we can't, why we can't give the public, because yes, because the same class file is having it, right? So that's the reason. So if you wanted
Sir?
to call it in the next class, yep.
If you're not adding any public or private, what does that mean? It is
Default.
public. Default.
Default. So we have 4 access specifiers. One is public, private, protected, and default. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do here is, in this course structure, what are the things we wanted to do it? We will say that public void. We have been discussed void manual, right, with a small manual testing. So this method, one method I'll be doing it. So now what we say that, hey, SYSO. So we'll say that we had completed manual testing, right? Completed manual testing. Done. Now I'll say that now I was Java basics of Java. We are in progress of Java, right? Now currently we are going through this. Okay. Now what I see now, I know that we have been under our course structure, we taken the manual testing, it is completed in basics of Java. Now what else we are going to do? So we will be having public void. What else we'll have? Now we'll go for test-ng. But it was not yet done, not yet started, or I don't know what we need to implement on this one. I'll keep this one as abstract method. Now, see now, this is the method declaration, and then this is the implementation, right? Declaration, implementation. Now, when I wanted to implement this one, so now it should be an abstract method, right? Public, I mean, if I have been given this one as abstract method, so then still it was throwing me the error message. What is error message? It was saying it, hey, so now you are keeping an abstract. So now what means this is a normal class. In the normal class, how we can keep this one? So now I can keep it into an abstract class. Now you see here the error message was gone. So now what we need to do? See, what it was trying to say is a abstract class can consist of implemented methods and unimplemented methods. Now, what are the other things I didn't created now? So now I'll be creating it test-ng, Maven, and I wanted to know Selenium, right? So these things are not yet done. I don't know how we were going to implement this. So as of now, we completed the manual testing and we know this one, we will be doing it. Okay, so now this is what we have been done. Now, as per the discussion, this is a class, right? Now, for this particular abstract class, can I go and create an object?
No, we can't.
So let's see that whether we can create an object for this concrete class. See what it was throwing the error? Can't initiate the type for the course structure. Means as this is an ABS class, okay, we cannot or we can't. Come on. And create the object. Okay, so now this statement is wrong. We can't do that. So now what I need to do, I'll be doing a commenting on this. Now how I need to do this means for which one I can implement this. Now what I can do is now this is June month, right? So now what I'll try to do, actually this is course, I can write that May month course. Okay, so now May month we have been done on this, or else I can do this is as a March, so that I'll be easy. It is easy for us to. So March month when we have the course, we have been completed the manual testing, and okay, March, April, right? So I'm sorry, I'll keep this one as just for the naming convention. I'm just thinking that how best I can give an example so that you can remember. So that's where I was giving these random examples. You can change whatever the things you wanted. So now just what we have did here is to give a quick recap. We created a normal class and main method. We created a method and we have been accessed. This is very simple. Everyone knows this. Now I wanted to create an abstract class So first I created a class with the implemented methods and unimplemented methods, which is a concrete methods and then abstract methods. Now, how these particular abstract methods will be created or accessed is what the discussion which we wanted to do now. Now, what else I can do over here is I'll create another class now. See, actually, you can create this one in the multiple classes. Means I can create multiple classes and do it. But for your quick understanding, I was creating in the same class structure. Okay. Now, what I'll try to do is now here I'll try to say that April over. Now we are in May. Now in May month, so what we wanted to try to do, so we wanted to complete the basics of Java and then these things also as for the test-ng also for this one. So now will it be a concrete class or abstract class? What I wanted to do is I'll be extends and then what we will try to do, which class I wanted to extend. So this class I wanted to extend this one. Now I extended, right? Now let me see that. Can I see as soon as I have done this, when you see it, I have means it was asking me to add all my unimplemented methods. If I have added here, you see here, it was coming out. But now what I will try to do is in May, what the things I can cover, I can complete only this one. So now I control D, I'll say that yes, Y, yes, O. So here, this month I can, or we can complete test in G. That's it. So now still it was throwing me an error message because as it is extended, it need to implement all other methods. Am I implementing all other methods?
No.
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 So still unimplemented methods are there. Then what type of class is this? Still unimplemented. See, it was having the implemented methods and unimplemented methods also. So then what is this type of class is called as?
Abstract one.
Abstract class.
So now I'll be keeping this one also
Abstract class.
So now this is also abstracted. Okay. Now what I'll try to do, so now if you see here, what I'll try to do, I'll have another class which I'll try to create it now. So now here in this particular class, so now I'll keep this one as I'm doing the multi-level inheritance. Okay, I was keeping it as June. Now if you see here, simple, this June month I have been taken it June month, and I have been called. Okay, before going to this particular section, now as we know that, can we create an object for this and then we can call here?
No, sir.
All these particular methods. Why I can't call the method?
It's an abstract class.
Abstract class.
I can't still create an object for this one.
Object.
I can't create the object for this one. So now I just wanted to go here. Now what I need to do, so here I'm trying to extend this particular May month. It is continuing, right? So in the May month I have been continued. Now what are the pending things are there? So now we will be completing this one. Means we have been completed the manual testing, basics of Java, test-ng. Now these are the unimplemented methods. If you see here, as soon as I clicked here, it was coming with an unimplemented methods. Now if you see here, it was coming with what are the unimplemented methods we have, Maven, and then this one. So now if I have been implemented this SYSO, so we will complete this Maven. Okay, and the same thing I'll be keeping here, this one as Salim. So now can I create an object for this June month course?
Yes. Yes.
So now if I take this particular June month course here, if I go here, now I can go and I can create an I just wanted to create the object, right? So I'll say that obj June, okay, or okay, I'll say that it was easy to understand, right? So June so here I'll do this. Okay, I created the object. Now with this particular object, what all methods I can access? What all methods I can access? With this particular,
June, May, and
so what all methods I can access?
All the
all methods.
all that.
So if you see here, now first one is manual testing. Second one is basics of Java. And then obj. So manual testing, basic testing, test and G, and Maven. Maven. Selenium. You see it? So with this one, I'm able to access all this, and then I'm able to create object, and then I can print it out. Now you see here, see, manual testing Java, test in G, Maven, Selenium. That means what it was happened is, now here, this is an abstract class. I can't create the object. So now if you wanted to try for this one and do it, definitely this would be not happen. So now if you see here, this is for April month, obj April equal to new, and if I started to create this one, it will not happen. So because it will say that it cannot instantiate an object. Okay, if I wanted to create for the May month, now if you see here, May month obj equal to May new equal to this, it will throw me the error. Why? Why?
We can't create
abstract
objects.
class.
for
abstract class.
So this is an abstract class, and this is an abstract class, so that I can't create an object. Now this is a concrete class. Now if you see here, now as all the methods which is in May and May extended the April, all these methods are implemented in this particular class. So that's the reason. So that is the reason. So this is called as a concrete class. Concrete class. So that it is very easy for this one. We create the object, and with this particular concrete class, you can call any particular objects. So that's the beauty of this particular thing. The concept of abstract classes, how you need to define it and how you need to access this is this. So are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Any more questions on this?
Yes, sir.
So-
Sir, is there no need of calling declaring a methods in the above June methods? I think April, May, I think.
We defined it, June method.
No, May, sir.
Test
Like
NG also
Maven and Selenium can be declared here. Without declaring, we can call it in like where we can directly do this.
I didn't understand your question.
Like declaring the methods, sir. Like Maven and Selenium, public abstract void Maven can be declared in our May month, right, sir?
And that also they can do it. See, now you mean to say that I wanted to implement here. I wanted to call this one. We can do that. See, now if I call here, now what it will be printed? Maven May Maven which method, if I executed this particular program now, what it will print me? Is this may will be printing or this will be printing?
No, the one in a June month
June
code
month
structure,
will
sir.
Why?
Because child
Because
class will override the parent class
override
methods.
That is called method overriding. So now if you see here, now see these all concepts are interrelated. Now, if at all I created the May month, okay. If at all I created the May month, now what it will print for me? Still some problem is coming. Have we implemented all in the May month? Test engineer and Selenium. True. Okay. Can't instantiate the May month.
Have mentioned it as
Abstract. We need to remove that because it is a completely implemented, right? So I shouldn't keep this as an abstract. I need to remove that particular abstract keyword. Keyword is making me to. If I exclude this one, what's it prints to me?
We will come.
Huh?
May methods.
You know, everything, whatever the things are there here, may. This will print me. That's it. If you see here, may. So all these things will be printed from. Okay, so now these are all things. Now here, once again, you go for dynamic polymorphism, runtime polymorphism, and all things can be achieved back. So now for an example, I can show you one more thing also. Now I wanted to create for the May month. Okay, I wanted to create for this, right? Can I take this one? What is this called as? Can I do it in this way? Still I can do it. What is this called as?
Upcasting.
What is this called as?
Upcasting, sir.
That's it. Allocating the child class memory to the parent class memory. This is called upcasting. Now, which methods would be printed with this particular things? What is the answer it will be printing for me now?
May month.
Nay.
So this will go here, whatever the constructor over here, that will take it and then we will printing over here. Now we didn't have this particular May month, right? So now it will come here and then it will take this, and whatever the override methods are there, it will take and it will print for it. See, now this will go to the next level. So it will confuse you a lot. I don't want to go into this all because at a framework implementation only we might require this. As of now, it is not. So in Selenium, I'm saying it right, not even 1 to 2% of information will not get it in the abstract classes. Majorly, we will concentrate till the interfaces, inheritance, polymorphism, and interfaces constructors. Not very less. Whoever very strong in Java, in the OOPS concepts, they will be talking on the abstract classes. You should know what is an abstract class and what is a concrete class, and how the concrete classes will be there, and how the concrete classes can be accessed, or abstract classes can be accessed, and access the methods of them. So these are the concepts which you need to understand. Okay, don't go too much. So it might confuse you at this point of time. Just try to implement this one. So what is an abstract class, and how the abstract class will have, and how it is can be extended, and how it would be overridden. What is the difference between an abstract class and a main class? These things you can understand on this. Okay, so got it? Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
And there is another smaller concept also is there, how this can be used in the frameworks. I was just trying to say, see, try to understand this. So if you have confused anything, you can let me know. Not a problem. Okay, so I'll say that. So what's the example I can say? I'll take a phone. You can say that this is a phone class. Okay, I created one phone class. Now, what I'll try to do, I'll say that abstract phone, or else I'll do that mobile it's a class, right? Class mobile automation. I wanted to do the mobile automation. I wanted to give you a practical example how this will work. Okay, I wanted to do a mobile automation. I created an abstract class here. Now what I'll try to do is I'll have one particular because we do have two types, right? One is Android and one we will have for iOS, right? I'll try to create another class here. Okay, so I'll have this iOS. So I have, see now mobile automation. I wanted to do the mobile automation. So when I was trying to do this mobile automation, I wanted to take iOS automation and Android automation. So now when I'm going to do the automation, mobile automation, now what are the basic things I'll be doing it? I'll create two methods. One is public void open app. So yes, I'm missing. So that's what I'm opening the app. Okay. So now what I'll try to do, I'll create another thing called as close app, two abstract methods. This is open app, right? I'll close the app also. So now I'll write this one as close app and this is as open app. Okay. So now what I'll try to do, I'll, right, swiping up, swipe, down, swipe. We will have it, right? Public void swipe. So now this is an abstract method. I need to inform to this one. So this is an abstract void method, swipe. And then I have another method. What method I can have? Touch. Okay, so I have this. So now in this particular abstract class, I have two implemented methods and two unimplemented methods. Very simple, right? Now, what I wanted to do is, these are the two classes which I have it. Okay, now I wanted some runner class. I'll do one thing, that runner class also I'll create here so that it is easy for us to understand. Because I need to create 5 to 6 files for this. So it is very easy for me to do it. So that's the reason I was trying to use the same. I was refactoring the name. I was just trying to create this. Okay, so don't get confused. I'm not, I didn't do nothing. So I just have my normal classes here. I was just keeping in the bottom. Actually, usually this is how we will go for, or we will do the frameworks. Okay, so for that one, just wanted to see, it is very simple. This is what my package. This is what my package. Under this package, I created one runner class, and these are the multiple base classes. One is Android and one is iOS. And here what I'll try to do, here I'll be saying that SYSO. So I'll say that SYSO. So here I'll say that I am in the runner class. Okay, so here I'll have one main method. I'll explain you the program, don't worry. As this is having multiple classes, the shortcut keys are not working properly. I'll do one thing. I'll go here and copy y2. Where you put this? The reason usually we will not use multiple classes in the same class. It leads to a lot of errors. One more braces. Why this is like this? Some small errors. What I'm doing. See, I'm defining the statement at a class level. What else then? Now all errors are gone. Yes, I didn't do anything. So very simple. I created one class, a runner class. In a runner class, I have a main method. In the main method, I have this particular statement to print. Now, if I execute this one, what it will print for me? What it will print? What it will print for me?
I'm in the runner.
I'm in the runner class.
That's it. So still it is executing this program. I'm in the runner class. Is it executing? There is no doubt. I just created a class and a main method. I have been executed this. Now I created an abstract class. In abstract classes, I have this one, right? Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to implement these particular methods. Now I wanted to use open, app, close. These are generic methods, right? I need to do the same thing in the Android, same thing in the iOS also. Yes. Now what I'll try to do, this is an abstract class, right? Abstract class need to be, what it need to be?
It's to be extended.
It extends the mobile. Okay, done. Now still there is an error. What is error? It was asking to unimplemented
methods.
Now what I'll try to do, I'll add unimplemented methods. I have two unimplemented methods. Now what I'll try to do, okay. Now what I write, SYSO. Now what I'm saying that swipe, this is called Android swipe. Okay, this is Android swipe. Now what I'll try to do, this is Android touch. Excellent. Now what I'll try to do, I'll extend this bell automation. Once again, it was throwing me error. What I need to do?
Add an implement.
Unimplemented method. Now, so what I'll try to do here, this is iOS touch. And here I'll be saying that swipe. Yes, any confusions here? I created an abstract class. 2 implemented methods are there and 2 unimplemented methods are there. Now what I did, as soon as I extended this abstract classes, now this became, is this an abstract class or what? Concrete class.
Concrete class.
Concrete.
Now this is concrete class. Okay, now. And this is
Concrete class.
and this is
Abstract class.
that's it. So now we are clear with this. Abstract class. Okay. 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 Now I seen it, right? So now this is my runner class. From my runner class, if you see here, I created 2 classes, Android classes and then iOS classes. And then these 2 classes are unimplemented methods. Unimplemented methods. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to access Android now. If I created an object for Android, what all methods I can create? Android, obj, Android equal to new Android. Now, what all methods it can be printed for me?
Open, close, swipe, and touch.
First, now if I take in this one, okay, rather than this one, I can say that rather than Android, I'll say that object for mobile automation, right? Mobile mob auto. I'll keep this one as this name so that it is common, right? Now I'll see that. With this, what all methods I can access? First one is open. Next one is swipe. Next one is okay, touch and
Close.
okay. Now what all it will print for me here now?
I'm
Control.
opening the browser. I'm Android swipe, Android touch, and I'm closing the app.
Very simple. You see it? Now, if at all I'm creating an object for iOS. So now if you see here, that's it. There is no need to change anything. So now what you need to understand from the point of here is, if at all there is a class, common methods are there. If I wanted to use the common methods across the things, and there are different methods are there, swipe and then touch. So now if you see here, the swipe implementation is iOS different, and then here it is Android implementation something different. Now you just imagine that in interfaces, what it will happen? I need to implement all the methods. Here, whatever the common methods are there, I can implement that particular common methods in the abstract class. No need to rewrite that. And then what are the different methods are there? I can extend that into a class and I can have the various implementations of this. And then if you see here, based upon my object creation, it will change and then it will print to me. So now if you see here in the output, it was printing me the iOS. But if you see here, if I change this particular execution for this particular object, so this is same. Once again, it goes for the runtime polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism, same concept, right? In means interfaces, we have been seeing this one, the same concept now. See, it was printing me the Android. At runtime, it decides that particular thing, and then it will start doing the execution. At runtime only, it knows that which constructor called it. swipe and touch, so that it's implementing the Android. If this is iOS, so then it will call the iOS. Guys, can you please go on mute? So that this would be printed on this. Pramila, can you go on mute? Pina, can you mute her? So if you see here, so this is how this would be executed. Now, what is the challenge? I mean, if you see here, the basic differences between the interfaces and the abstract classes. In interfaces, it will be everything is unimplemented. Every method you need to implement there. But whereas in the abstract class, whichever things you wanted to implement now, that you will be implementing it. The remaining things you will not implement at all. And if it all something common, so you'll be defining that particular thing, common methods, and not common methods you'll derive, means you will be keeping this one, and you can create a separate class, so which is extend for this. If it is a common, then it will goes and then implements for here. And non-common, it will not do that. So now here, the same way we can try to do this one in another thing also. Do you remember, right? The web browser implementation. So now I can call this one in this particular pattern also and try to do this. Now, what is this execution will do? What it will print me now?
It will print, I'm opening the app and Android swipe, Android touch, and I'm closing the app.
That's it. If I wanted to do it with iOS, that's it. It based depends upon the constructor. See, this is, see, in the interfaces also we have did the same, but in interfaces, it applicable for all the methods. But in abstract methods, now I have an option that I can keep some methods are implemented and some methods are unimplemented. Unimplemented methods go to the respective classes, and then you can implement on this one. Got it? So this is called abstract classes and the advantages of the abstract classes. Here, if you see here, now what is a concept we try to use it is, in an abstract class, I have an implemented methods, unimplemented methods, and how these unimplemented methods can have a different level of implementations is what we have been seeing it. And if you see here with this single object, based upon this particular constructor, it can print us the iOS or Android. Previously, what we have done, so how this particular extends, multi-level extends, multiple inheritance. Now, if you see here, this concept is in the polymorphism, runtime polymorphism, upcasting, and all the things we have done it here. So previously, what we have been implemented in the abstract is, we have been implemented from the inheritance point of view, we have been implemented. So now if you see here, in the previous implementation, now what we have been done in this particular apps demo, so I created April, May, and June. So now it is extending. Means if you see here, overall inheritance concepts we have been created to have the concrete class. But here what we have been done, so we have been done the concrete classes. So we have both classes here. So now here, if you see here, an Android concrete class, iOS concrete class, and how this can be implemented at a runtime implementation, which is a polymorphism. So the runtime polymorphism, so which we have been done over here. So this is one point of view, means for everything we need to see the different directions. Now, one direction we have been seeing it from the polymorphism, and another direction we have been seeing it from inheritance for the abstraction. So this is how the abstract methods and abstract class would be done. So abstraction, it is nothing but it's a hiding of your implementation. So now if you see here, you would be using only this. You don't know how it is implemented. So that is implemented in the respective classes. And the external people will access only this. And just they will be calling particular methods. That's it. Now, any particular frameworks, if you design it, so this would be the best way of implementation, because it can have the more reusability. Rather than, if you see here, now what I need to do, if I wanted to do this one, I need to copy this, both open swipe here, and here also open swipe. But I don't want to do it, because once I create it here, I can reuse it here. So gives me more code reusability. You can see it here. I need to implement in the iOS so that I can do it, and I need to implement in the Android, then I can use it. But with this particular abstract class as have been created, it is very easy for me to do that and then proceed further. So this is what called as abstraction. Any questions on this particular abstraction? And this is really very important concept when you go for the interviews. So I'm telling you, right, if you wanted to make the interviews a little more complicated, so then it goes for the abstraction. And the last pointer which we wanted to discuss is from the encapsulation. So the encapsulation is nothing but so wrapping up of data. See, for an example now, always you remember that. So this is one of the best example. Always the people will be saying it. Now they have wrapped up the complete data into a capsule. So now in the capsule, so you know, right, in your medicine of the capsule, if you open that one, you will have the medicine on this. Now what exactly it will be having is, it will be having the particular class having all its methods and variables. It will be bombarded into a particular single capsule, and that particular capsule will be given for us. So now here we will be using the getters setters to retrieve the data, and then we will be using it. Even this is also used into the frameworks, but I'll not get into the details of this particular encapsulation, because if I started to explain about this particular getter setters, it will definitely leads you to the lot of confusion. Okay, so now what we wanted to understand, OOPS concepts depends upon the 4 pillars. The first pillar is encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. So for Selenium, the most important thing is the polymorphism, inheritance. These are the most important things which we need to know. So that's the reason we spend a week time on this particular 2 concepts. And the abstraction. So abstraction we have been completed in two sessions, because we will be using this, but we will be using in the framework level, not into the detailed levels of implementation. And encapsulation, we will use it very rarely. And because of that particular concept, we are not getting into the details of the encapsulation. See, many frameworks, they might be doing this one, but still, as of now, I am not touching this particular part into the details. It might confuse you with a lot of stuff, which I don't want to do it. So now the basic definition for the encapsulation is encapsulating the data, means or wrapping up of the data into the single unit, then this is called encapsulation. So encapsulation is nothing but combining of the variables and the methods into a single unit, data wrap unit. So then that is called as encapsulation. And abstraction is nothing but hiding of the data. So now for the external uses, so this example which we have been given for a mobile phone, if you need to know that how the mobile phone is created is not required. Just we take the mobile phone, we see that, hey, whether I'm able to call, whether I can text, whether I can use the apps, I can vision the video, or I can see the, I can view the videos, or I can listen the music. So these are the features which will be using it. So we will, means the complete implementation part is hidden and we don't even require. So just we will use that particular features. So then that is called abstraction. And inheritance we have been discussed. So getting the parent properties to the child properties, means with single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchy inheritance or hybrid inheritance. Multiple inheritance is not supported, so that we will go for the interfaces into this particular concept, and we use the interfaces concepts. And we have seen the constructors, and here we've seen the upcasting, and upcasting we have been seen it. And then we go for the polymorphism, method overloading, constructor overloading, and overriding, and then the concept of runtime polymorphisms. These all things we have been seeing it. Compile time polymorphism, method overloading. Runtime polymorphism, it consists of overriding. Always remember, there will be asking here runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism is nothing but at the runtime, so based upon the constructor which it is passed, it will start to the overriding. So the overriding concept is nothing but the child class method will override the parent class method if it is the method names are same. So now you need to explain, if someone asks you the runtime polymorphism, just you'll be saying that, hey, at a runtime, during the runtime, we will be calling this particular constructor, and you can define the definition of overriding. And compile time, you'll be defining, you'll be saying that at a compile time, method overloading will happen. And you can define the method overloading concept. So method overloading is nothing but in a same class, I'll be having same method name, and I'll be having a different number of parameters or different data types. Then this is called overloading. So that is called compile time polymorphism. When it is compiling, so it uses the overloading concept. When it is runtime, it will take the overriding concept. It will be using it. That's it. So by this, we will be completing our OOPS concepts over here. Any questions?